In this video, I want to show you how 8 Sleep acquires customers using their backend and front-end offer system. Check this out. So here's what I would call a high-level overview of 8 Sleep's current marketing funnel. So on the left here, we have the acquisition system, the product strategy, and on the right side, we have the email marketing strategy. 8 Sleep sells a flagship product that costs over $3,000. It's a high-ticket item. And all that means is that their marketing strategy really revolves around getting people on the email list first, and then sending them a mixture of educational and promotional content to get them over the hump and make that first purchase. So let's get started with the product strategy first. 8 Sleep operates the same acquisition system as every other successful e-commerce brand nowadays. What that means is they have a front-end product and a back-end product, and all of their marketing strategy evolves around selling that front-end product. Basically, if you think of a brand, if you think of 8 Sleep, the first thing that comes to mind is the pod. Even though they have products on the back end which they sell, they won't be pushing any of these to you unless you own the pod or you have purchased the pod before. Another example which I can give is Apple. Their flagship products are the iPhone and the MacBook, and you're really not going to go to the store and buy a pair of AirPods unless you already own one of those two items. So just remember, the goal of the front end product is to acquire a customer. Backend, what 8 Sleep sells is a sleep optimization subscription called Autopilot AI. You have to be subscribed to this for the first 12 months, I believe. You can choose from 3 different subscriptions. Cheapest is $17 a month. Highest is up to $33 a month. This is really just to increase the customer lifetime value. Once you have made the first purchase, the relationship has begun, then you still want to be generating positive cash flow in the future. The subscription is the perfect way to do that. Another brand which does this that comes to mind is Whoop. They offer fitness bands. They even offer a free trial. It's very accessible to you, but on the back end, they sell you that subscription, and that's where they make most of the money. If you were to use the pod for, like, for example, 10 years and you're always subscribed, equivalent of another 2 to 3 pods, and that's a lot of money they have generated. Other products that they have to increase average order value, the adjustable base, which you can buy with a bed, as well as a blanket. So these are, as I mentioned, when you check out, just to increase the average order value, or later on you can use these and push these as a cross-sell in the email marketing strategy as well. Now let's look at the meta ads. So the first thing I want you to notice is that 8 Sleep pushes the pod in every meta ad that they sell. There's no other products featured here. They use a mixture of static ads and a mixture of video ads. A big part of their marketing strategy in general is turning those features of the pod into benefits for our customers. So that's what they communicate across every marketing channel. They mentioned the pod here: maximize sleep performance and optimize health. It will help you fall asleep faster, get more deep and REM sleep, and wake up feeling energized. So it's very benefit-driven adverts. You can see a lot of these adverts mention that you can try it at home for 30 nights or try risk-free for 30 nights, which really takes away the risk from trying this expensive product. Not all of these adverts use the shop now button. Some of these have learned more. They understand that it's a longer buying cycle. These adverts are not necessarily there to convert right away. They just want you to come on their email list so they can start sending you more content in the future. It's very difficult to sell something this expensive on Meta and expect people to convert right away. So you need to have a great acquisition strategy. Now let's look at the acquisition offer. If you were to click on any of these meta ads, land on the website, you will be getting this quiz right away. And so they ask you what's your biggest sleep challenge, and depending on the problem that you have, you choose the answer. So it can be I feel hot or cold, I can't fall asleep, I wake up too often, or I snore. This is just a great way to collect first-party data. Based on your answer, they can also personalize the welcome email or welcome flow, also send you more relevant email content in the future. Then what I like about this as well, they don't necessarily mention what their acquisition offer is. It's kind of a surprise and makes you intrigued. So when you leave your email address here, that's when you can get your surprise. And also notice this is like a sort of a micro commitment pop-up, which works really well nowadays. When someone already starts something, like you ask them a normal question and you don't ask anything returned, likelihood of them finishing actually the form is higher when they have already committed to it. That's why I like micro commitment pop-ups. And the final thing, which I think is huge here, is that they apply the discount code right away. They don't make you go and check your email inbox and hide the discount code in there. I know a lot of e-commerce brands, especially email marketers, like to do that just so they can take the credit for the first sale. The smart move here is to keep it low friction, keep the customer happy, and just apply the discount code right away. Part of their marketing strategy as well is social proof. So they have a lot of like celebrities, athletes, and just famous people using the products, which is huge for building trust. It's better to have also like everyday people and showcase the results they have gotten. They have also partnered with some industry leaders. So these are all like doctors or people with PhDs. So this is pretty huge, because if you have read Cialdini's persuasion book, you know that one of the 6 principles of persuasion is authority. And this is just the authority principle here in action, because people are more likely to trust people with PhDs and other qualifications. Now let's move on to the email marketing strategy. So that's how they get you on the email list. Here's sort of an overview of their email marketing strategy. So what you can see here is that they send an average of 0.9 emails per day, equivalent to 5.8 per emails per week, and 25.5 emails per month. Basically, they almost send you an email every day. They understand that it's a longer buying cycle. They always want to be in the picture. Also, another thing to point out is that every fourth or fifth email they send more or less is a plain text email. I think plain text emails are a great way to stand out because not a lot of e-commerce brands use them. It just acts like sort of a pattern breaker, like your users don't expect it. You can use great direct response copy there as well. So let's have a look at some of these emails. One thing that I forgot to mention is that about 70% of their emails are educational and the rest of the 30% are promotional. So they invest a lot in the content that they send in the emails, which is great. So this is the welcome email. So this is where when you sign up to the email list, you complete the quiz. This is the email that you get. The hero section, I think having the call to action here, the button here is great. I would even make it bigger just to make sure the user goes back to the website. You don't want to hide your discount code too much. You want to showcase it right away. So I think this hero section is working really well. We're so glad to have you here. This is a bit, I think, too generic. I would add something more on brand. For example, like you are one step closer to better sleep or something like that. That's just me nitpicking. Notice again the buttons here. Overall, this email has 1, 2, 3, 4 call to actions. So this is great. As soon as you get the email, it's all about the pod. It's all about marketing the pod and getting you to try or buy the pod. And here they also show you that they're flexible and they reverse some of the risks. So you can have flexible payment plans. You don't have to send them one payment and pay all 3K for it. So they mentioned that you can try risk-free for 30 nights, which I think is great to do in the welcome email especially. Then let's have a look at some of the educational emails. So they do a lot of customer education here and they use that blog in the email content as well. So for example, you would receive an email about 3 tips for falling asleep faster. There's just one call to action about the pod, but it's kind of hidden here at the bottom. So the main thing here is getting people to read the blog, offering some useful tips about sleep. Then you will be directed to a longer article where you can read even more about the subject. Here you have the call to action to shop the pod. Then there's case studies. What eSleep does is they have these case studies called sleep stories. This is an email where they don't sell anything again. They just want you to read a case study about a customer. So here's Lydia. So here they talk about how Lydia used to wake up at 3 a.m. every night, nothing worked. So this is something that you're supposed to be struggling with as well. But that's whether they say how Lydia discovered eSleep and her story around it, how she transformed her sleep. So again, at the end of the blog, you would have the call to action to shop the pod. Then they like to throw in a few celebrity endorsements as well. For example, like Charles Leclerc here uses eSleep as well. They just want you to know that the celebrities that are using eSleep still very benefit driven, so increase deep sleep and REM sleep, enhance HRV. But here the call to actions are more about exploring the pod. Here they have a testimonial from the celebrity as well. So this is very important. And again, the risk reversal in the emails. Again, one of their educational emails is very benefit driven. So here they focus in on one moment. So can you stop sweating, please? And here's how they tie it into the pod. So they say things that you can fall asleep faster, wake up less, win back your sleep. So it's really about framing those benefits and communicating the benefits for the customer. As I mentioned, about 30% of their emails are more sales related, so where they use discount codes. So for example, here's a heat wave sale that they ran. As you can see the call to actions as well. You can get up to 250 euros off. Shop the heat wave sale. Again, some testimonials here. The content is really the same. It's some product features and frame them as benefits. An urgency email, this is what they like to throw in as well. Once they start to close the cart or close the offer, they're gonna send you a one last chance urgency email as well. And sometimes they would even do this as a plain text email. What you notice here is that they use a template, which I think is completely fine. These emails don't have to be too long. You just mentioned that it's about to finish soon. Another thing which I like that they do is they frame one email around one problem. So they use the PAS, problem, agitation, solution, copywriting formula. They just mention the problem. So waking up with strange sweat, tossing and turning all night. And then they agitate the problem, saying that your body temperature fluctuates throughout the night. And if your bed traps heat, it only makes things worse. And then they frame the solution, which is again the pod. Notice as well, this is an email, plain text email sent from the founder. Again, something which you can use to increase email engagement. And then finally, again, I've mentioned this many times, but they also send risk reversal campaigns where this is the main theme of the email. So here's they say that if you've been considering the pod, now is the perfect time to take the leap. And they just say how it works. So you order the pod, you sleep on it for 30 nights, and you either love it or you return it for a full refund. This is just something that they do to make you try the pod. And if you like it, they sell you the subscription. And if they sell you the subscription, they will start cross-selling you other items as well. Again, here's another email, risk reversal email, so you don't have to pay in one payment. You can break it down into installments with Klarna. So this is just showing that they are flexible with the customers, they're customer centric, and just reversing the risk here again. So pretty simple stuff, but it simply works, and they have a lot going on for them, especially with those celebrity endorsements and a lot of testimonials and reviews. If you want to set up a similar content system for your e-commerce brand and you're already making more than 50K a month, you can apply to work with me. Just reach out to me at marketing@seembete.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.